Let's bring in now Liberal leader in WA, Basil Zempilas, and National Senator Matt Canavan, our regular Thursday panel. Great to see you both. Matt, I want to get your reaction first. Are you as delighted as I am that Jacinta Price has defected to the Liberal Party and might now be in a leadership position?
Well, I think you might need to cool your jets on that, Sharri. And look, it's very sad because I think Jacinta's done enormous damage to her reputation. I've had been inundated with feedback from people from the Northern Territory, very upset. She hasn't spoken to members up there who elected her, hasn't spoken to the party, hasn't spoken to her colleagues in Canberra about this. And keep in mind, everybody, when you get into Parliament, Sharri, you don't do it on your own. Jacinta's very talented, but you do it with a team of people that support you, that take you through the hard times. And she hasn't even had the decency to speak to those people in the Northern Territory. It was only a week ago she was elected as a member, as a senator. She's actually not yet elected, I haven't finished counting, but she's going to be elected as a senator sitting in the Nationals party room. That's what she stood at the election for. And I don't know, Sharri, how you can go to the people one week and say, I'm going to represent this party in the nation's parliament, and then the very next week turn around and say, oh, actually, I've changed my mind, I'm going to go to a different side. It's like changing teams on the football field after the whistle has blown. It's not the sort of behaviour I think Australians appreciate. And it's the kind of thing that Lydia Thorpe did. How is what Jacinta's doing any different from what Lydia did?
You're not
in fact,
seriously...
it's worse than Lydia. Lydia at least had a policy disagreement with the Greens. Jacinta's left in this case. She's left our party, left her colleagues, left the people that supported her, and put a great cost to the people that did that over many years. It's not particularly not sort of behaviour you should be proud of.
That's an extraordinary spray there, Matt Canavan. I mean, Jacinta couldn't possibly, none of us have, but she couldn't have foreseen the fact that Dutton would lose his seat, the fact that the Liberal leadership would be vacant, the fact that the Liberals would have bottomed out as badly as they did, only 39 or 40 seats. So it's because of these political circumstances
she's doing this for her ambition. She's doing this for her. People are sick and tired of the rubbish, right? She's doing it for her ambition. And good luck to her. Good luck to her. But people are sick and tired of that. I mean, the focus now after a loss like this, Sharri, needs to be on the Australian people, not on the Australian politicians.
Well, wouldn't you say she's doing this for the good of the country?
She's going to run for a party that she's not even a member of yet. She's not even a member of yet. She's going to run for the leader of that party. I mean, how about we just take a chill pill here and think about what is best for the Australian people after a loss like this?
And don't you think it's best for the Australian people to have someone like Jacinta Price as either leader or deputy leader of the opposition? There needs to be a strong opposition. Isn't she more talented than virtually any other figure in the Liberal Party in the lower house?
No, I wouldn't. I mean, there's great people in the Liberal Party, Sharri. I think that's pretty unkind to many of the people there. Jacinta's great. Like I've got great respect for her. I've got great respect for lots of the people though that I work with across Liberal and National parties, all political parties.
And there's nothing wrong with ambition, by the way. I mean, you've chosen to sit on the backbench, but there's nothing wrong with ambition.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'm not. But Sharri, the problem here is how she's done this. She's done damage to her own reputation with her colleagues, damage to her reputation with the people that worked for her. How does this help her or the country? I mean, I do think. In fact, Sharri, just days ago, I encouraged Jacinta to think about running for leadership positions in the Nationals party because I still thought she was in our party room. She's got enormous potential. Sky's the limit. But
all right,
this
Basil?
is not the way to. This is not leadership type of behaviour to treat other people like this, and that's going to hurt her, I think, in the longer term. It's very sad. Let's
bring Basil in. What do you think of this argument here? Do you think Jacinta Price was right to move to the Liberal Party to be in a leadership position?
Well, I can hear the disappointment in Matt's voice, and I understand that, and I accept the Nationals' position on this, and it would appear as though they didn't expect this or couldn't see this coming, so that element of surprise has clearly caught them out. I also understand people propelling themselves forward if opportunity presents, and that appears to be what has happened here, and she obviously feels that her political fortunes and therefore quite possibly the fortunes of her followers and her people are best served by her being a member of the Liberal Party in the parliamentary team. Can I just say this too?
So
I think a lot of people around the country...
Why didn't she say that last week, Basil? Why didn't she have the guts to say that to the people last week, before
But
they
she couldn't have known last week that Dutton was no longer going to be leader, that he would lose his seat. No one knew he was going to lose his seat.
This is not because of that. Sharri, this is not because of that. This is not because of that. Don't treat people with a bit more respect. This has been on the cards for a while. We've all heard the speculation. And she feels like this is the best opportunity to run for a leadership position right now. Fair enough. Good luck to her. I mean, I would say, Sharri, I think she's got enormous talent, as I said, enormous talent. But some questions have to be asked here. How come the LNP went back, the CLP, this Country Liberal Party, went backwards 11% in Jacinta's hometown of Alice Springs with all of the crime that's there? I mean, if Jacinta can't win Alice Springs, how is she going to win over Australia? I mean, I think she's got enormous talent. But you know, you've got your first job in politics is win your local area, win your street, win your backyard. Everyone does that. We win government. And so I just don't quite. I think I think people are doing it. Jacinta's been badly advised here. It's not the right step to take right now for her. And look, we'll see how it turns out.
Basil, what do you think? Don't you think, modernising the Liberal Party, having a chance at beating Labor, you do just need a completely fresh face, someone like Jacinta Nampijinpa Price, who is not only a female, but Indigenous as well, who embodies aspiration, who's got the most incredible journey, who stood up against The Voice. That showed a lot of courage. What do you think?
I accept a lot of what Matt is saying. And again, I understand the Nationals' disappointment with this, and particularly if they didn't see it coming. I get that. I think opportunity has presented, and I think the opportunity has presented because of the leadership vacuum that now has presented itself.
Agreed.
And so with that opportunity there, Senator Price has decided, all right, the door's opened. This is unorthodox. It is unusual. It's not what anyone's expecting, but I can see the best opportunity, yes, for me, but maybe for her, that also means for the issues and the things that matter most to her. And I'll just say this, I accept that in Senator Price's case, because of the very unique circumstances of the area that she represents, she may well be less popular there because of the complexity of that situation than she is in the broader
There's massive
national
crime in the
picture.
Alice Springs. Why can't we win Alice Springs?
No, and I accept
all
that.
All that crime, and we couldn't win it.
I accept that, but that issue is not the rest of the country's issue. And the way she performed during the referendum, we know this, won her a lot of fans, a lot of followers, and a lot of friends. And she may well be saying, OK, doors opened, I'm going through it. It's a gamble, and I understand the disappointment, but that's what politics is about. Sometimes the chance comes, it presents, you go for it or you don't. She's going for it.
Matt, can I say something else? I mean, we all know a lot of politicians, and there are those politicians that you meet them and you just think all they care about is their ego and their own ambition. And then you meet others and you do get the very strong sense that they're in politics to try and make a difference in our nation. You might not agree with their vision, but you can see they're doing it for the right reasons. And to me, Jacinta strikes me as exactly that sort of politician. She's in it for the right reasons. She's had such a long journey to get to this point, and wouldn't having her in a leadership position, even if it's not your party, and I understand you're disappointed about that, but wouldn't that be the best outcome for the coalition?
Well, a week ago I would have agreed with you, Sharri, but as I said earlier, why couldn't she go and speak to the members that have fought so hard for her to be in Parliament, many of whom were supporting her because they support the Nationals Party? I mean, just a week ago, Jacinta was using Nationals Party funds to be elected, and this week has walked away from that party that helped her, despite all of that support and without any sort of conversation. I mean, I do draw a contrast here. Look, this happens. It happens from time to time. There's been people who switch parties within the coalition, but there is usually a process that's gone through. And the last time this happened, Ian Macfarlane wanted to join the Nationals Party. He actually went back to his local branch in Toowoomba. I was there at the meeting, a very heated meeting, but he put his fate in their hands. It was up to them to decide which way he went. He did end up actually winning that one, but he lost at the executive of the LNP. So he went through a two-stage process. But he went to both, the party members and the party executive, and he suffered the fate that they decided. I'm not sure why Jacinta couldn't have done this here. Like, there's no rush right now. I mean,
there's a party room meeting on Tuesday.
We've at least got 3 years. Well, okay,
there's a party room meeting on Tuesday. And she does want to run in a leadership position quite clearly.
But what about all those members, Sharri? What about all those people? I'm speaking for them tonight. What about all them? They don't get a voice on Sky. They don't get a voice in Canberra, but they hand out.
Surely
they wear the shirts.
Would be thrilled to see Jacinta as deputy leader of the coalition.
I found out about this while I was scrutineering. I was scrutineering for a Liberal candidate here at LNP, but Liberal Party room candidate Terry Young, great guy. I was trying to help him, and there's all those other volunteers there doing that. They don't get the accolades, but they see then the people they support do this, and it's like, well, why didn't I get a say? Why didn't I?
All right, Basil, let's
Can I ask one more question? And Matt, I get the disappointment. Do you think the people of the Northern Territory, who she represents, do you think the people of the Northern Territory, she's a Conservative, do you think the people of the Northern Territory care whether she goes to Canberra as a Nat or as a Lib? I wonder whether they would. The people that she represents, and I wonder whether they might think they can better prosecute. Do we care
about them? I mean, do you?
And I accept that. Yeah, and I accept that Nationals. I accept that Nationals' disappointment. I absolutely get that. But the people that she represents, the constituents of the Northern Territory, their issues, their problems, their challenges, can she better prosecute the arguments for those people as a Lib? And that's what she's weighed up and decided she thinks she can.
I don't think so.
Comes greater opportunity.
I mean, I wouldn't. I'm happy to put the Nationals Party record right now against the Liberals if we want to go that far. But the situation here, just to explain, is when you're elected a senator, you're actually not really elected by the people and not only the people. You're elected by your party to represent that party.
Accept that.
And then it's the party issue. And now Jacinta is very popular and well known. But before that, she was on the ticket just like me. As a party representative, and so party members here.
But again, we could say then
they've been disenfranchised.
But also, Matt, that decline in the vote that you spoke about. Well, we could also then use the same logic to say that's not Senator Price's fault, is it?
Good point.
Well, it is her. I mean, look, I don't want to be egotistical here, right? But I spend 80% of my time trying to win Central Queensland, right? I'm based in Rockhampton. And at the election, we got a 1% swing away from us in Central Queensland, in Capricornia, where I live. That's pretty good. We had a 6% swing for us in Flynn, the seat below me, with Colin Boyce, to us. So I spend my time doing that, and
all right.
I'm on the back bench. I don't
We're nearly out of time.
Anyway.
We're out of time, and I just want to quickly, Basil, ask you about the new WA seat of Bullwinkle and where this is up to.
Yes, at the close of counting only about half an hour ago, the Labor candidate 333 votes in front, still too close to call. The Libs certainly not conceding for Matt Moran. It is getting more difficult as this small margin increases ever so slightly, but it is not over yet. 333 votes at the close of counting tonight, with more counting still to come.
Yeah, all right. And as we speak, Bradfield and Kooyong are also too close to call. I really don't understand why the AEC is taking so long to count this week, unless there are those postals that haven't arrived yet. All right. Basil Zemplis, Matt Canavan, good debate. I'm sure Jacinta Price was watching. Matt, you'll be getting your text messages from Jacinta, no doubt. We'll see you guys next week.
I've sent her messages. I told her what I was going to say.
We'll see you guys next week.